Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at 5.
Cybersecurity experts are warning about a sudden explosion of fake apps trying to steal your information. Good evening and thank you for joining us. Scammers are targeting your smartphone this holiday season. They're putting out apps that look like legit shopping apps but steal your credit card information before you realize they're fake. With Black Friday deals just around the corner, Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson explains how to spot a bad app.
Scrolling through your app store, you'll find a ton of deals, coupons, and discounts, especially ahead of Christmas.
That's something to definitely look out for.
If the deal sounds too good to be true, it may be a trap.
As more and more people are comfortable buying products and things on the internet, they're more and more comfortable entering their credit card information and buying, whether it be an app or on a website.
Bill Burgess designs apps. He says scammers are creating shopping apps disguised as real retailers. But once you download it, they grab your information and steal it.
So I can get 1,000 people before someone figures it out.
Burgess says Apple does a good job at preventing or shutting down bad apps. And Google does too once someone reports it. But scammers try and lure as many people as they can before getting shut down.
And once I have your credit card info, just keep, feeding you enough information, to try to delay how long, it is before you realize something is up.
So how do you spot a fake?
If somebody's getting taken for a ride.
Take a look at the reviews. If there aren't any, or the reviews are all bad, stay away from that app.
It's kind of a gut feeling for me, like looking at the icon. It doesn't look as nice as you think it should, or there's spelling errors.
Burgess recommends sticking with major retailers this shopping season. If you want to shop through mobile apps, download it through their legitimate website.
I should be getting my coupons directly from Kohl's or Walmart or something like that, and not from some spooky app that just managed to show up overnight.
If the deal sounds too good to be true, don't trust it. Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
For more tips on avoiding scams while holiday shopping, head over to our website, valleynewslive.com, and click on this story. Great weather for this Friday, sunny and quiet. Hutch, can we expect the same thing tonight?
Well, yeah, we're not going to see much changing as we head into our evening on this Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day to all our veterans. A big thank you to you for your service. And here's a look at those temperatures we saw today. Definitely a drop in temperatures over yesterday. Not the 60s, but the 40s for our afternoon, although it was sunny and not too windy throughout our day. Clear skies as we head into the evening, and temperatures slipping quickly into the 30s tonight, so it will be a little on the chilly side, with south winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour in Fargo, and it looks like temperatures in the mid-30s by 10 o'clock tonight in Fergus Falls with a south breeze. We'll warm right back up, and I'll tell you all about it for the weekend ahead here in just a couple of moments.
Yeah, I hear there are good things planned for this weekend.
There's some good weather ahead. Yep.
Thank you so much. At this hour, the North Dakota Highway Patrol is still trying to figure out what caused this crash you see behind me. They're saying the driver rolled his pickup on I-29 in Fargo right by the tri-level early this morning. Scanner traffic said the driver was able to make the call to report the crash, but had to be helped out of the truck. Here's a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Fargo police say 34-year-old Eugene Quinnett is wanted for a probation violation on felony drug charges. You can see his picture right there on your screen. You can call your local law enforcement if you have any information on Quinnett. An early morning train derailment forced the evacuation of a small community in southeastern Minnesota this morning. The Union Pacific train was en route to North Platte, Nebraska when it derailed near Ellendale, Minnesota. At least 4 cars were involved in that derailment, 2 of which were carrying propane and butane gas, which are highly flammable. Video from the scene shows at least one of those cars spewing gas into the air. There are no reports of any injuries.
About 5:43 this morning, we received a call of a southbound train, Union Pacific train, derailed south of Ellendale, approximately half a mile. The train was about 146 cars.
The cause of the derailment is still under investigation. Anti-Donald Trump rallies have popped up all around the United States. In fact, one happened just last night in Minneapolis. This one even closed I-94 for quite some time. And people here in the Valley are following suit. Here's a live look right now of what has been titled a peaceful protest against hatred at Concordia College. This event started just a little bit ago at 5 o'clock. A post of this event on Facebook says, "We must fight against bigotry. Trump puts our community in danger through his hateful rhetoric that causes suffering to millions of people in this country." We'll have much more on this event tonight on Valley News Live at 9 and 10 at 10. Are you or someone you know rushing to get birth control before Inauguration Day? You're not alone. The fear is that Trump and Congress could repeal the Affordable Care Act, which makes FDA-approved birth control available for no co-payment when in-network. Hundreds of thousands of users have been searching sites like Google for information, and Planned Parenthood clinics nationwide report an increase in women scheduling appointments for things like IUDs since the election.
After the second debate and Donald Trump made his stance very clear on women's reproductive health, I immediately went in and I got an IUD because I'm concerned about not being able to pay for birth control after he takes office.
Coming up at 6 o'clock, why women concerned about their birth control might have longer than they think to get these drugs or implants. Armistice Day was established in 1918 following World War I to honor the veterans of that war. Today, we call it Veterans Day after its name was changed in 1954. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson shows us how people around the Valley are standing together on this Veterans Day after what's been a contentious week in our country.
At the close of a controversial week in America, the sun still rose on this Veterans Day, giving all of us the chance to stand united with those who served, veterans who gave the next generation the opportunity to carry on the American dream.
We are honoring our military from all wars and conflicts. Never forget their sacrifice, their family sacrifice, and let's bring them all home.
Over at the University of Minnesota Crookston, the Missing Man ceremony symbolized all those vets who were captured or remain missing in action.
Fire! Aim! Fire!
In Grand Forks, folks gathered at the county courthouse to observe the meaning of this day.
Our children must know who they are and what they did and why they did it. To do anything less will be a disservice to the sacrifice and their memories.
On May 24th, 1954, President Eisenhower called on all citizens to observe the day by remembering the sacrifices of all those who fought so gallantly.
In Grand Forks, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
Ready, aim, fire!
A solemn ceremony this morning on the Veterans Memorial Bridge in downtown Fargo. It marked the beginning of a number of events and commemorations in the Valley. Fargo Mayor Tim Mahoney spoke at the gathering and not only thanked the veterans for their service and sacrifice, but also their families. He says they too have given up much in the name of protecting our nation. And more than 130 restaurant chains are saying thank you to our nation's veterans and active military members this Veterans Day with freebies and deals. IHOP is offering free red, white, and blue pancakes until 7 tonight. Chili's, Hooters, Applebee's, Bob Evans, and Olive Garden are each offering a free meal from special menus. Longhorn Steakhouse is offering a complimentary appetizer or dessert, and guests dining with a veteran today at Longhorn will get 10% off their meal. At DQ, you can get a free medium blizzard, and at Buffalo Wild Wings, you can get a free small order of 10 to 12 traditional or boneless wings. To get those deals, be sure to have your military ID or proof of service. Head to valleynewslive.com for a list of more local businesses offering discounts today. People from the community are opening their homes and hearts for a good cause. The annual Holiday Homes of Hope tour is this weekend to help raise money for cystic fibrosis of North Dakota. Homes on historic 8th Street in Fargo have been decorated to give inspiration and showcase local designers. Cystic fibrosis is a life-threatening disorder that damages the lungs and digestive system. Money raised will go to education and counseling and family medical costs. One local teenager says his ability to do more after his lung transplant has changed him.
I can hunt pretty much anything. I can play any sports I want. I mean, I'm just becoming more like a normal kid.
Tickets are $25 and can be purchased at Hornbacher's or at any of the homes. Country music fans, this one's for you. Miranda Lambert is bringing her Highway Vagabond tour to the Ralph Engelstad Arena on Saturday, March 4th. The show is at 7:30 in the evening, and tickets will go on sale next Friday, November 18th at 10 in the morning. Aubrey Sellers and Old Dominion will be opening for Lambert. Ticket prices are going for $54 and $39. Remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook. You can follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the entire day. Some smoke alarms are being recalled, and you might have one or more of them in your home. The details still ahead tonight.
And our Tower Cam time lapse shows a lot of blue skies across the valley for today. It does look like our overnight temperatures will once again sneak into those chilly 30s. High temperatures on average are around 40 degrees this time of the year. We're going to beat that substantially. Details in your forecast are next.